This is the Megaton Musashi, the hack and slash. This is the new one with the new systems, with the drug invasion. 99.9% of the people are dead, with only handful of people, and selected boys and girls are fighting against the enemy with the rogue, and there are the people who seem to have a keys for the story. In the new field, there are battles you have to do, and there's a directors, very strong ones, and there's another enemy in front of you. The battle is getting intensified. You have to maintain your rogue appearance, functions. You can customize them any way you like. Megaton Musashi Cross. The new battle will begin. Megaton Musashi Cross Megaton Lab in TGS 2022. Now it's starting. Yes, thank you. We had a good start. I am Kenichi Suzumura. Thank you. I am Haruka Shiraishi. Thank you. This program is delivered by the level 5. It is Megaton Musashi Cross, latest information. Myself and Shirai-san will be leading the program. Thank you for joining. And we have the special guest today. Hello, I am Hirai from America Zarigani. I am Manzai comedian. Thank you. Yes, we have a great guest, and we have the other guest. He is writing an article about Megaton Musashi in Famitsu. We have Q Fujikawa. Thank you for having me. I am Fujikawa Q, writing an article about Megaton Musashi and level 5. Suzumura-san, so there's a new season of animation is on air. While the season 1 is on air, there's a development of season 2. Do you have anything to share, anything remarkable? Well, I enter the studio, I record my voice, and I finish my job, and I feel it is going steadily. Well, I cannot be a spoiler. I don't want to spoil anything. You can share some of the information. It is progressing steadily. That is all I can say. Well, we can talk about more about the Megaton Musashi later. Well, there is anime, but today we are going to focus on multiplayer of Megaton Musashi Cross that is going to be available this autumn. So the core fighting and battle are the keywords, and there will be an announcement about the campaign. So please watch the program till the end. The first section, so the core fighting against the big tank, the new boss, you are going to beat them with the Megaton class. So core fighting is the focus of this part. I think some of you are new to Megaton Musashi. So Fujikawa-san is going to talk about the world and story of Megaton Musashi. Thank you. I have the slide to share. Megaton Musashi is SF large robot game and story. So there is a gigantic robot rogue to fight against extraterrestrial enemy. Actually, the Earth is already devastated. Do you see the circle? at the center of the Earth. So there's an attack by extraterrestrial enemy. 99.9% of people on Earth are already dead. But the pilots you see there are fighting against them. So this is the story of Megato Musashi. And another interesting about the story, people are acting as if they don't know the Earth is devastated. So that is another interesting point. So you will see something very normal, but at the same time, the people's memories are controlled or lost. Yes, that is another interesting part of the story. Okay, thank you. So this is what the story is about. Well, you just want to go to the restaurant and just eat a lot, and you may become a pilot even though you are young, and the destiny of the planet is on you. But you just want to eat a lot with the a large bowl. But you have to fight. Otherwise, you cannot really eat with a large bowl. So you see these characters, and why don't we talk about our characters? So you are invaders, right? You are acting like you are on our side. You said you just want to eat a lot, but you are invaders. So Yugura and Mises. But what I said is very important. Yugura is talking something like that. Well, my character is called Yugura Difangru, and Shirai-san's character is Mrs. Natal. So these are the two characters who do a lot of things together. What we do is to really the research the enemy and the planet. So that is the tasks that we have. And ourselves start to change a little bit. That is exactly what I want to know. That is something we cannot disclose. That is why I just said that things are moving steadily. And if we disclose any information, then people will hate it. So I cannot do that. But anyways, characters are very attractive. So please stay tuned for the anime as well. But now let's talk about the game and gameplay. In this section, we are going to focus on a core fight and a battle against a big tank. So myself and Hirai-san are going to do it. Up and down combination. I'm not sure which one is up and which one is down part, but I think we can do well. So Fujikawa-san, so what should we know about the new enemy? So this is too large, then you will be surprised. And we have the picture here, and I'm so serious, it is really big. You see that rogue in the picture? Rogue itself is really big, but the big tank is way bigger. This is something unprecedented. So the big tank is the super big tractor. So this is the warship, and this is something we did not see in the world of Megato Musashi. So how should we fight against it? That is a very good question. So I think we have done a battle against big enemies. There are actually the weak points for the big tank. So they use the main guns. So there are main guns on the ship. So what you want to do first is to destroy the main guns. So target main guns first, and then there's a bridge over that. So the commanding part, and that is another target you want to attack, the bridge you want to attack that.
And I don't know the culture, but then we have core. Core is the last one that you should attack. There's a winning chance for us. It's like a banana, isn't it? You peel one by one. What do you mean by that? First, there's main gun, the tip of the banana, that's a main gun, right? And if you take the tip of the banana off, then the skin started to peel. It'll come down, and after you peel it, you see the core. No, it's not really a good example. I thought this would be a good example to explain what it is like. Banana? No, banana is not good. I forgot something important. The banana skin doesn't close up, but instead there's a barrier when you try to attack the enemy. And when you get the barrier, it really hurts. When you see it, just run away. The banana skin can attack you. It's not a banana. You want to peel it, but you can't. When you see that, you see the timing and just run away. When it's a kiwi fruit, then you start to just peel it. Okay, let's not talk about fruits. When you run away, there's a long-range guns as well, so you can shoot them from a distance as well. That's the first point. Okay, understand. Next, another thing, feet. Every time their feet can create a big damage. They have the feet, and when they walk, you also get a shock wave. So again, make sure that you are keeping some distance. I don't recommend it. If you can shoot their feet, that's okay, but I don't recommend it. So probably it comes up to half of your body. That's quite high, isn't it? Yes. You can also fly. If you press the E button, you can fly. Oh, we can fly this time? Yes. So you can have a fight in the air. You had both thumbs up. The thumbs up. Yes, this is great. No, you have to press the button with one hand. One thumb is up is okay. But if you have both thumbs up, you're just a happy guy. Very good combination, both of you. But if you fight together, you have to, you'll get defeated together, so probably you should keep some distance between you. Okay, understand? The enemy looks quite strong. Okay, big tank. Let's defeat big tank. We have Megao-san as well. So let's try to defeat the mega tank. Suzumura-san is the main attacker, okay? Rogue is Sparkman Wave. Hirai-san, attack half and you are Arthur Riser. Megao-san uses Gaudia. Oh, please attack the enemy consistently. At my level, I don't know what my level is. Are you ready? Of course. The battleship is the best part of the game. I've been playing games so many years, and battleship is the highlight of it. You really like battleships, don't you? Oh, battleship, I get close to it. I always get close to it. Every day I find it and Do you see it every day?
そこに僕はバフをかけるように。
And I will use buff.
僕もバンバン寄ってきます。
はい
Yes.
おまじないしてあげて。
I'll get close to the battleship. Okay, that's the tactics. Okay. Okay, good luck. Let's do that.
あー
気持ちよかったですね。普段聞けないですもんね。
ね、そうですね。
はい。
なかなか
We cannot listen to this usually. Do you say let's start when you start playing a game? I don't say that.
スタートですの凄さに。
確かにね。
You don't understand how significant it is to hear let's start. We had a good start. Yes. Thank you.
おーかっこいい。
さあさあさあ。
大丈夫かな。ちょっとだけ聞こう。
Well, maybe I should listen to the music or the sound of it.
ほら。
Yes.
しようとしてますよ。
これでもうゲームに集中するモードに入っちゃうんで、周りの人が何
So then I will be very much concentrated on this game and I won't be able to hear you. Okay, I'll be louder.
僕もゲームと名の付くもの負けるのすごい嫌いなタイプなんです。
I don't want to get defeated. That's the least thing I can accept when I play game. I can fly. Wow. I am flying. Wow. Okay, I'll put buff on you. You can fly so well. Whoa, 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 careful. Watch out. Missile.
こんなにちょっと遠距離で行った方がいいなこれ。めちゃくちゃ撃ってくるから。
They're shooting us so much. Careful. Watch out. Oh, watch out. Watch out.
早速行け。ディフュージョンブラスター。
Okay,
オッケー。
I'll shoot a missile.
手法気をつけてください。
気をつけてますよ。もしかして食らいました。
Watch out.
ダメでしょ。
Did they get it? That was a
そう
big
ですね
attack.
だから
Yes.
やっぱ後ろ側に回り込んだりしないとダメ。
Maybe I should go around the enemy.
いいですね。
Around the
真正面行くともう
around it. Yes.
よっしゃ。もう一発ディフュージョンブラス
Watch
ター。
out. Watch out.
叫びながら
Diffusion
いい
cluster.
ですね。ディフュージョンブラスターで。かっこいい。
Diffusion cluster. Great.
あ、でも大丈夫ですよ。メガオさんがね。
Am I doing
対
okay?
してはい、親の敵だっていうのを言ってます。
Oh,
めっちゃ行ってるじゃん。
Megao-san's also attacking.
上からディフュージョンブラスター。あ、やばいやばい。
Fusion blaster from the above.
いいですね。
This is very at the edge of the banana.
バナナに見えてきた。
触りたく
This looks like
状態のバナナに
a banana. I want to touch it, but I can't. What kind of banana is it?
お母さんが急に腕引っ張って止める。
I want to eat the banana, but my mom caught me by the ear. Watch out, watch out.
オッケー、ディフュージョンブラスター。
そうですね。遠距離
Diffusion
で狙うといいですね
blaster.
張ってる時は。
When there's a barrier, yeah, you should shoot from a distance.
ついに一本。
I got one.
巧妙見えてきましたよ。
Yes.
ほら、来たる。よっし
ぶっ
ゃ。
壊してしまえこんなの。
ほら、行くぞ。来たら。
Destroy it. Destroy it.
平井さんまたバグがいけるかもしれないです。
Hirai-san, you might be able to use buff.
いいですね。
Looks good.
行きましょう。
That's your role. Watch out, watch out.
遠距離
Run away.
遠距離攻撃で。
よしよし。
Shoot from a distance.
これ手法。
本当だ、そう手法ですね。あ、この人
いたいたいたいた。
Th- This is a tactics, yes.
希望が見えてきた。
俺は。
人類
Yeah, I'm hopeful now. I'm hopeful for the human beings.
バリバリなんか光る攻撃。
なんかあれじゃない。なんかあれじゃない。あります。
What? I don't know, but
打つよ。歌舞伎ファンクション。
Kabuki Bancho,
やっ
オッケー。
た。
いったら。
you did it. Wow.
ボルケーノ。分担。
Volcano.
すげえ。
これで
ほらほらほら。
おー、減ってる。
Wow.
行きましたね。行きました行きました。ごそっと行きました。
Yes,
だね、
半分行った
本当だ。
半分行った。
you're doing it. You are halfway through.
はい。
オ
なんだろうこの雰囲気がなんかね怖いな。
いったいったいった。
Well,
よし。
yes, it's
聞いてる聞いてる聞いてる。
going through, going through. It's working. I can see it. Barrier. Watch out. Watch out.
足大丈夫？
Careful about your legs.
かけとくね。びっくりした。
Buff. I need buff.
すげえびっくりした今。足に挟まっちゃうパターンだ。
You surprised me. I did not expect that.
露出してる。
And it is exposed. So attack banana now.
そんなのないからね。
先端部分にメンテナン
There's no banana.
何かがあるんで。
So there's an eyeball shaped part at the edge. So please target that.
なんかたまに
So
変なビーム
something like an eyeball, and the beam is coming out of that.
でもなんか光り足がこれやばいやつじゃない？
We did it. We have to run away, but we think we have a chance.
これはあれだ。
血は出ました。
What is happening
ア
now?
ニメ見た人感動したであろう。
I think people who watch the anime recognize it. This is Muramasa.
いっちゃいっちゃい。おい。よっしゃ。
いい感じ。
Yes, we are getting there,
キックもいっちゃう。あ、違う。
and we do the kick.
あ、開けたよ。よしよしよしよし。
でもこれもういける。いけますよ。
I think we are almost there,
離れた方がいい。
やべえ、ディフュージョンブラスタ
but
ー。
we have to get away because there's a barrier. We have to go away. It's going to blow up.
足でっかい。足でっかいから。
That leg is too big. It is too powerful.
挟まっちゃうのよね。
いや平井さん特攻した。バリアあるのに。
And Hirai-san, even though there's a barrier, you didn't care and you go ahead.
一応あるけど押し切る気だ。
よし、遠くからディフュージョンブラスター。よし、聞いてる聞いて
So
る。
another diffusion blaster.
人類なめんな人類。
So we are the human being. You cannot beat us.
おすごいすごいすごい。
I think it's causing a huge damage.
今1個いったけど。
一個いきました。
もう1個あるじゃん。今ダブルコアシステム。
I think there's another one.
システム。
ダブルコアシステム初めて出た言葉ですよ。
The double core system. I think this is the first time I say that.
もう顔面蒼白だと思います。
But the enemies are frightened. I think
これもう母性にやばいですって打電とかしてる。
let's go. There's another diffusion blaster. Did we do it? Yes, we did.
やったー。
Now it's blowing up.
うわー、めっちゃ気持ちいいなこれ。
気持ちいいっすね。
Yes, it's really rewarding.
熱いよ。
It is the best, and I got really passionate.
見事強敵ビッグタンク討伐でき
So we did defeat the big tank, and I am sweating now.
どうでしたか？
So what did you think? It was great, and I got really excited.
指令室からなんか有益な情報来ました。
いや、なんか。
And did I get the valuable information?
なんかがある。
No, really. But there's something, and we are doing something. So I heard a lot of the word something,
バナナにも見えてきましたよね。
and I started to see a banana, and the color turned
い
yellow.
よいよ熟したなって瞬間ありました。
And it is, it is the banana is ripe. That's what I saw.
都合の都合ですって言われて。
So I was not sure what the yellow meant. And how can I know? Because it was my first time to see it.
熟したってことで僕らは聞いて。
So it is ripe
これは面
now.
白かった。
But we had really fun.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you for letting us experience that.
ビッグタンクのようなね。
So
この巨大な敵がメガトン級武蔵
the large enemies like Big Tank
これ
will appear in the Megaton Musashi Cross, and new system will be introduced, right? Can you tell us the detail?
強いパーツだと強い
Yes.
みんな強い機体
When
になりがちじゃん。
so
だけど
when people have a strong parts, people has a strong rogue. But we have a new system called Genye Gaiso. Performance is maintained, but you can change appearance whatever you like. So a strong robot but appearance may be Musashi.
もあるかもしれないですけど、一個もう一個スライドお願いします。
But there's another thing I want to talk about. So there is a great material. So you can change the appearance of parts. And there's another page I want to show. And there's some secret behind it. It's not only change it. It is called cross-passive. So this is the new system introduced in cross. So if it is over limit plus 10, and if the rogue is stationed in hanger, and then it is activated. So those strong the robot that you may not be using it can be inherited, and it can activate in other robots. So if you use this effectively, and you can strengthen your favorite robot, so you can really enjoy making the robot stronger. So if you store the robot in hanger, and you can get it stronger. So it's like a principal object of worship, like a Buddhist household shrine or home shrine. They are the robots, and they are getting us the power. So it's cross-passive, so you don't have to use the analogy of banana. It's cross-passive. So you can do a lot of customization. So that is what you can do with this. And you have the other slide, right? Yes. And it is available for the parts that are legendary or above. Okay, so you want to make the robot stronger, and you can use it in a very effective way. So there are many ways you can use this new system, and with this, I'm looking forward to the Megaton Musashi Cross even more. So it was the co-fighting against the big tank, and the program still continues. So the next section is led by myself. So I will be the champion with my customization, the battle against Team Suzumura and Team Hirai. So this is going to focus on the PvP, the function of the game. So on top of introducing the function, Suzumura-san's force and my force, the force of Hirai, are going to fight against each other. We fought together, but now we have to fight against each other. Is that the reason why we are wearing a white and a black t-shirts? I didn't notice that. It's not white because you are Shiraishi. And then I'm not sure what kind of the t-shirt I have to wear then. So we have to move on. And we were fighting together, but we have to fight against each other. That is what we were talking about. So we are going to be serious. I'm going to beat you. But I have to know the game mode. So Fujikawa-san, about the Colosseum battle, what should we know? So you can enjoy the many the co-fighting modes. This time we are doing 3-on-3 serious battle. So if you beat the opponent's machines 5 times, you win. In other words, if your machines got defeated by 5 times, and you lose. If it is draw within a time, and we are going to start on this. So it is player against the player. This is something I wanted to play for a very long time. So now finally we can do it.
平井軍と題しまして
鈴村さん
ロシアムバトルにチャレンジしていきたいと思います。
Okay, I'm in on Suzumura-san's. This is the team structure.
鈴村軍が鈴村さんと
Suzumura-san and myself and Musako-san are on the same team. Hirai-san, Mr. Hirai, what? I feel distance all of a sudden.
私がオファーしたわけじゃないんでね。
I didn't offer this to
間違
you.
ってますよ。
I think you don't have to be polite to me that way.
参加それぐらいだ。
Hirai-san, yes, that's much better.
なんでそうなったんやろうな。
I don't know why you said Mr. Hirai.
はい。
あーなるほどね。
頑張っていきましょう。
I
頑張り
see.
ましょう。
Okay,
さあそれでは早速ですね
let's do
バトル
it.
で使う機体こちらをですね
Okay.
いきましょう。
はい。
let's customize the body. Okay, I'll start myself.
ロングハンガーで、ね、今武蔵。
Rogue Hunger.
なんか
It's Musashi.
入ってるらしいですよ。
なんか
Looks like there are some special parts I heard.
すごいらしいっす
Some parts are great, I heard.
ねいろいろこれ新しいのがあるから。
There are some new ones available.
よ。ちょっと待って。
What?
ちょっと、まあみんな、まあ
最後
黙ってね
までねちょっと
Where are they?
今僕もうあるも
I know where they are.
の。うわーこれだ。
Don't tell me.
いやなんでもない。
I know.
いやなんでも
This is it. What is
そう
it?
ですよねこの対人戦っていうのはね。
It's fun that you play against someone else.
喋ったり。
This is it.
すごいよ。
You chat with your
見
friends.
る？
Wow. Do you want to see mine?
いや見たい
Do you want to see the body?
見たい見たい見たい見たい。
Do you want to see my body?
見せてあげよう。
Okay.
俺これ。
May I? This is me. Wow.
Z じゃない
Majin Gun. Mazinger Z?
やばいっすよ。どうすか？
いやこんなん悪魔やん。
What do you think? It's evil.
これ見て。
からしたら。
ほら。
If you're fighting against us,
本当だ
Jet Scrander is attached.
飛ぶ
Hold on.
やんかあれ。
飛ぶでしょ。あれ？あやべジェットスター外しちゃったの。
Can you fly? I'm sure.
そうですね
つけといてください。
つけます。
もうねうちのお父さんとお母さん
Don't take it off.
あそう。
My parents were very much looking forward to it.
最初にねオンエアされてた時
Mazinger Z?
最初空飛べないんですよ。で飛
He
べるように
couldn't fly at the beginning, and Jet Strander was developed in the middle
ちゃんとこうつけられる。
and halfway through, and now he can fly.
そんな完璧に仕上がってるからそっち。
すいません。
Why is it so perfect? Is your body so perfect? Because looks like we have advantage already.
やったじゃん俺今日マジンガー使いますんでよろしくお願いします。
I can use Mazinger today,
タイプの感じしません。
します
確か
ね。
に。
and
そしてねこんなのが仕上がってしまったらじゃあ次平井さん
wow,
いやーこっちも
I'm looking forward to see your body, Hirai-san. I do have my parts too that I picked.
こっちは違いますよ。
Special parts. Do you?
なんだろう。
足から
まず腕から見て。
はい
Arms first.
これ
これ見たことないけど
This is it. I've never seen this before.
知
こ
ら
れ
ない。
なんすか平井さん
I don't know. What is it?
聞いちゃう？言っていいよ。全然
May I? May I tell you?
これみんな。
May I? Yes. Do you want to hear? Gorilla.
ゴリラ
みんなが
Gorilla?
ローグ。
Rogue.
新ローグ。
This is a new rogue. Gorilla. What?
すげえけどさ
Are you sure?
ゴリラって名前なんだ
ゴリラって名前が
Is it called
ついてる
gorilla?
ゴリラ
Yes.
はい
Gorilla body.
レフトは
Gorilla left arm. Gorilla right arm.
そうですよ。
すげえ。
イメージは
Is this for today's game?
作業しているロボット。
A robot working in the jungle.
繋がらないですけど。それ
Gorilla and that concept doesn't really link.
いやでもかっこいいで
あ
すね。
でもかっこいい。こういう
It
のも
looks really cool. I like this type too. Like military type of body.
しますよね。
Heavy machine.
これ
Yes.
はもう自分の好きなストーリー考えていいんで。
あドラマ
I can think of my own story.
そのまま使ってますよとか。
そういう
So this was handed over by my dad. That's a very first episode.
もう作りたいですよ。
作りたい、今作りたくない
We want to make it, don't we?
お父さんのロボット使ってそのジャンク
I use my dad's robot
うん見えた
and I'm working hard with it.
そうよ
Let's create animation in the future. Gorilla. The main character is Gorilla.
戦いましょう。
戦うかはい
No, no time for that.
そうだ
Let's have a fight.
では準備を
Okay,
いいよ
let's get ready. Are you ready? Okay, let's go.
スタートですじゃないですよ
スタート言ってほしい。
You didn't say start. Okay.
行かせていただきます。
今恥ずかしくなった
Okay.
改めて
Now you don't want to say it,
恥ずかしくなっちゃってるでしょ
right?
やってみよう
You feel shy about it now. I know. Okay. Let's start. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
いい本当なんか
Makes me feel good.
ラーメン食べてるさ
It's like I'm eating the shoyu flavored noodles. I like. Look. Wow, wow.
みんな下がれみんなとは全然違うところで僕喜んでるんですけ
Back
ど
off.
マジンガー Z の飛び方がやばいの
Mazinger Z flying. See how I fly? Did you see?
ほらほらほらほら
ちょっとね、
Look,
見
look.
てると白石さんがもう機械のように俺を攻撃。
Shirai-san is trying to kill me like a machine.
鈴村さんを見てんだよ。
I'm looking at Suzumura-san right now.
危ない危ない。
Don't disturb me.
ムサコ、ムサコ。
あやべやべ
Musako?
やべやべやべちょっと待ってやっぱりマジンガーでさ
はい
似たいのはさ
はい
パンチじゃないこれ
そうですね。
I should give a punch, right? Because I'm machine gun. Megaton punch from machine gun.
あ、危ない危ない。当たった当たった。
もう一回もう一回出して。
Whoa, whoa.
マジンガー。
Watch out, watch out.
ムサコ邪魔すな。
いやーもう。
Musako, you are in the
2
way.
対1。
じゃあちょっと
隊長
打つよもう一回打つよ
はい。
俺のメ
I'm going to give another punch, Megaton punch.
本当だすげえ見た見えたけど。
Wow, that was really powerful. But while I was watching it, Shirai-san is approaching me.
いや違う白石さん。なんだこいつ。
Shirai-san,
戦闘ロボットか。
やべやべ
is it a fighting robot?
おい中身もやばい。
Gorilla is going to be defeated.
触りますか。どうします。戦略
Step back, step back.
あのね。
We need tactics.
っていう機体には絡むな。
Don't get close to Shiraishi. Very dangerous.
怖い怖い怖い。
鈴村さんが結構な距離取っていい感じ。
Suzumura-san has some distance.
白石さんだけガチだあれ。やばいぞ。
俺は今平
Oh, we are too serious.
やべえやべえ。やべえ怖い。
Megaton punch.
怖い。
Whoa, watch out, watch out.
鈴村さんからも言って。
戦闘のシーン戦闘。
Suzumura-san, tell her.
一言も発していない
Shirai-san hasn't said any word since the game started.
あるなでもなんかアイテムがいろんなところにあるんで
I see something.
取りましょうディフェンス
There are items. You can pick them up.
配られる
I
という
see.
か途中で出てくるらしいんですよアイテムがいろいろと
Looks like there will be items available.
はい鈴村さんショットガンショットガン
Suzumura-san,
ショットガンなんか
shotgun.
持つの
You are going to get shotgun machine.
ダメだダメだ
藤川さんと藤川さんとマッチング中
やばいあーじゃあすごいの
Wow, really powerful. Megaton punch.
いいって
すげえなって今。
It really hurts.
隊長隊長
いやちょっと待って視覚から打つ。
Captain
今ちょうど藤川さんと平井さんが重なってた
Fujikawa-san and Hirai-san are in line.
やべえうわうわうわゴリラゴリちゃん
Whoa, gorilla.
隊長がめっちゃ目の前で
ちゃんとあれや
The captain's
吐きながらやら
dying.
れとな覚えてやがれとか言わな
I'll be back.
よっしゃほら
あーやばいやばいいやマジンが強すぎる
Machine guard is too strong for
ないん
us.
じゃないですか僕たち
I think we are
あーやられたあ
getting defeated.
勝ったろ
ー
よし
Did we win?
結果ね結果ムサコさんが倒したっていう
Musako-san actually
ごめんなさいじゃない
defeated the other team.
勝ってから申し訳ないみたいな
Don't. Are you sorry
漫画のマジンガー
for winning?
そこマジンガー欲しかったところですよね
We want the Mazinger.
ちなみに今日今
Just for your information,
あの
Mazinger Z
僕打ったんですけど
gave a Megaton punch. if it's implemented,
ロケットパンチが
Mazinger Z can also do a rocket punch.
ファイヤーも打てる
Breast fire too?
あるん
Yes.
だってや
やべえ
ばいよね
なんかやられても
That is going to be awesome.
さっきのメガトンパンチの時点で
Well,
ちょっと嬉しかった
so the megaton punch, I was hit, but somehow that made me happy. I want to be hit by the rocket punch.
いやでもやっぱいいですよ対人戦面白い
So the player versus player, it is great to play. So 3 versus 3. It was our first time to play it. It was kind of busy, but you can be very strategic, right? Yes, it involves 3 players. The player to use buff, and you can really move around in a strategic way. And you can use this skill, and at the same time, this player makes this move. And the Megaton punch from the blind spot, that really frightened me. I was like, I did not expect from this angle.
ね白石さんがねヒットマンみたいに動いて
And Shiraishi-san was playing just like she was a hitman.
おかしいんですよ白石さんの動きが
And it was the crazy move. The way she locked on Fujikawa-san, it was great. And that was the reason I was able to do the Megaton punch. And it was really the strategic moves that we saw in the past in anime, and that's exactly what happened. So I think you guys reduced our HP, and the third player came in and finished it. So that is how we can play the game by team. Okay, thank you. So things like customization and battle mode, they are not the only ones, and there will be more new bodies. So please look forward to experiencing that in the future. And we want to plan the event focusing on a battle maybe. And can we be involved in such an event? Yes. So it was the customization to become a champion, the Suzumura versus Hirai. Thank you. Unfortunately, we are nearing the end of the program. The time flies, but that is it. There's some information. So it is free to play the basic functions. And on top of the games for the last Megaton Musashi, and there will be a free update, and there are additional stories, and new boss, and the new functions. So that is what you are going to experience. So users who played the last one, you will get the reward to use the save data, and you will get the item set equivalent to a couple of thousands yen, and Proto Frame 0x. You can buy this with 100 yen. Did you say 100 yen to buy this? Well, 100 yen. So it is cheaper than the can of juice. I will buy it immediately. And this Proto Frame 0x. So from our products of level 5, so Danbol Senki is one thing I think of. So I think this is the reminder for many people. So it looks great, but not only that, there are special effects, and the drop rate will increase. So I'm not sure how to get the Mazinger Z. Maybe if you have this, then the battle will be easier, and you can buy it in 100 yen. The drop rate increase, that is very critical. That will make a difference. So I think this is very useful. So please do get it. So once again, 100 yen. It is remarkable. So you can save a lot of money. You don't have to save money. and you can really massage the shoulder of your mother, and you will get the 100 yen. Right? That's what you can do for your mother, right? Yes, that's how you can get it. So this is the great, and please do look forward to getting this.
Present campaign. Yes, so far on the official Twitter, we are showing a comment of celebrities, and you can also win autograph through a raffle, and we disclose information every day. Please check it. Okay, multiplay and the latest information are available on the official web and Twitter. And we also have animation broadcasted, and the season 2 is about to start. Yugra and Macy's will be there as well. Please watch the TV program as well. Animation is always will be streamlined, and it's going to be available all the time. I heard that there's an important piece of information. Megaton Musashi Cross will be released on Thursday, December 1st. Please look forward to it, and please check out more information coming. I want to get last words from you as a message to the fans. Yes, Hirai-san? It was lots of fun today. Seems like I visited my friend's house. Yeah, I agree. And my friend's sister was quite harsh to me. Yeah, that happens. That happens. You cannot expect what she's going to do to you, right? Yes. I want to play a game online, and I want to be stronger so that I don't get defeated. Let's play together. Thank you. Fujikawa-san? I really had a great time today. It's really fun to play with other friends. I want to do this more. And season 2? I don't know what the season 2 is about. And we can see how episode 2 develops in the game. That would be nice. Animations broadcasted. So I think it'll be very nice. Let's play together. Shirai-san? Yeah, I'm not really good at it yet, but I try to attack everyone. You are laughing at yourself because I looked at myself and I was so serious. Sorry about that. But it was really fun. I'm looking forward to it even more. And I want you to start the cross as well. You can get a very nice package with 100 yen. So let's keep playing. And animation season 2. Also, please check it out. Thank you. Suzumura-san, last words? That was lots of fun. When I play with friends, that's really fun. At night, I do play this title. I want to tell this to all the players. Thank you for all the help. I really appreciate it. I got higher rank because of your support. I all of a sudden show up and join the game, and thank you very much for all the support. Even we have cross, it's really fun to play with others. So please keep supporting us. Now we can play against others. I think people are waiting for it. So finally, so you have all the bodies that you have nurtured. Looking forward to it, and I'm very excited about it. Thank you. Episode 2 in the animation, I'm there too. I hope to see you again at a setting like this. Thank you very much. So, I'm sure you are more excited about it too. Megaton Lab in TGS 2022. That's the end. Thank you very much, everyone. See you soon. See you.
Aniprex and Discworks new RPG World to World Introduction Program. So I'm going to give you the first of its kind information from here. And good evening, everybody. Tokyo Game Show 2022. So this is the first in 3 times to have this kind of actual physical show. From here, we're going to have the official exhibitor program for Aniprex. And the moderator has been in this Makuhari game show. I am Hisanori Yoshida. Nice to see you. So you're already living here. Almost. So I'm seeing the gaming screen more than my daughter's face. And from in this program, so on the other day, just 1 day before or 2 days before, Aniprex launched a new RPG, which is World to World. So now we are joined by the special guest. So let me introduce our guest first, voice actor Takeda Rarisa Tago-san. Hi, this is guide character Kyokai-chan or weeb actor. I am Takeda Rarisa Tago. Nice to see you. Next is voice actor Gakuto Kajiwara. Good evening, everybody. I am acting as Fujo, who is one of the main characters. I'm Gakuto Kajiwara. Nice to meet you. One of the main characters, okay? And the next one is voice actor Ai Kakuma. Again, I am one of the main characters. I'm acting as Mama. Nice to see you. So there are 2 lead characters here. Yes. So actually, the name of these voice actors, including myself, has difficult letters in their names. Yes. So my name can't read easily, I suppose. Yes. The number of letters are too many. Yes, I'm the number 1. And also, we have more than 1 main character, so you have already identified that. And I'm going to dive into more characters later on. And now I'd like to introduce him. He is a director of World to World, Mr. Tom Fujii from Deathworks. Good evening, I'm Tom Fujii. Nice to see you. So maybe if you are the indie game fans, there is a game named RPG Time. Do you know that? So someone was posting about that. Yes, as for the RPG Time, I think I'm very familiar with the gaming, and in the past 10 years, this was the biggest surprise for me because the starting point is completely different. So the difference is, so usually we are using the computer graphics for the gaming like the Fujii-san's, but the Fujii-san's creation is only the pencil and paper. It's something like a comics. So it's something like a prep type comics, but you can do that physically. However, Fujii-san actually used the latest technology to have it. So actually, I want the fans to play a special game which was almost created by the elementary school students. So it's not a game book. Yes, no, actually it's not. It's something like a notebook. So you can find a monster on the note, and then the player would go there. And for Kento's case, there are the world as they are. For example, if a wall is broken, so Kento would create the broken wall in the comic. So you are the creator of that kind, and you have created this game again. So how many years are you working in this industry? Actually, I'm working here for 9 years. So it's an outstanding game creator, and this, we're going to have an announcement what kind of game was created by him. So yeah, you're surprised, and actually in the world, so there are so many fans who are asking for or looking for the unexpected game. And now, Fuji-san, what kind of game did you create? Now let me show you the menu for that. First, 3 keywords for the game, and then promotion, video clip, first release, and world, and character introduction, and Aniplex and Desworks title, latest information, and a notification. So the title is not familiar so much among the fans, and World 2 World, and we can shorten that to World 2. So for Twitter, you can use this Waru2 Namahaishin, Waru2 live streaming. So you can use this shortened name. And then Minami-san said that's something interesting. And the previous one is Kakeda-san's let's get started. That's what the tweet, which has already been completed. But you can use this hashtag for that. Now let us move on to the first section.
We start with the first part, the 3 keywords for the games. So in game show, there is a booth for Aniplex, and there is a classroom, which is for RPG time. And near that, facing outside, there is something like this, a booth that's something like this background. So they haven't released a lot of details. We are going to do that. So first, I'm going to tell you 3 keywords. The 3 keywords will be given by Fuji-san to talk about the details of the games. So with 3 keywords, I'm going to talk about World to World. The first keyword is this is a single-play RPG. It's not social. That's rare. So there's no like friend elements. You can play at your own pace to enjoy the story. And you can play characters and you can go around the various places or fields for adventure. And one of the best things for RPG, and just to be clear, we're not talking about RPG time. We're talking about RPG and this standard turn-based command battle is used in this game. So you can enjoy well-thought-through character formation and equipment, and you can also gain experience through battles and quests and using items to strengthen your characters. In a comment, some people commented that said that this is not a social game, and no, this is not a social game, which makes me excited. All right, let's move on to the second keyword, which is that this is which is about the main scenarios that are serialized on a weekly magazine. So let me introduce the introduction. Takeda-san, you're the guided character. Over to you. Please introduce the story for us. So now, many worlds are in crisis. Due to division, people are at strife, and worlds are slowly perishing. That's the desire of Divan, the king of the divide, but Weave, the girl of boundary, resists. In the depths of her loneliness, the girl will try to give you the only hope that is left. So it starts with the crisis of the world, which is very RPG, but a serialization at weekly magazine. So it will also start when the game is released. So probably the scenarios may change depending on how the players play the game. That's just my assumption. That's just my imagination. But again, I said that it's not a social game, but because it's a smartphone game, it's a mobile game. So it's easy to do update, and we are going to serialize the main story in a magazine. So maybe depending on the feedback of our players, we may change the story. But if you say weekly, the shonen magazine, that's something that really makes the fans excited, right? So in this world, and the world is facing crisis, and so what are the roles going to be played by the characters? And the Divan, the King of Divide, are going to destroy the 3 worlds, and those worlds are divided into 2. And as a result, we have 6 protagonists, and those 6 main characters, they're kind of paired. So does it mean that each that those main characters are divided into 2 worlds? Basically, yes, and they're going to come together later at some point. And the scenario, once the service starts, the scenario will change every week. So let me talk about the scenarios. Once it changes, we will add 1 scenario each week, like a TV animation or a weekly serialized comic. You can please look forward to new stories every week. And the scenario will have a climax every 12 episodes. So when the service starts, you can enjoy about 12 scenarios. 12 episodes worth of scenarios. So 1 episode is about a 20-minute play. So you will have a large volume of stories to enjoy. I see. I think that's why Aniplex is making this game, because you also make animation. All right, please give us the 3rd keyword. The 3rd keyword is more than 160 characters. Wow, this is impressive. That's a lot. So if you count the number, is this 160? And actually, this is less than 160. So we are going to make updates in the future. So including all the updates, there will be more than 160 characters in total. So you can spend time to grow your favorite characters, or you can also grow a lot of characters. And there are also interesting contents for you to play different characters. And there are also SD size characters other than the characters prepared by the illustrators, and you can use those characters in the event and the battles. And of course, the characters will appear in main scenario, but we also have side scenarios and also episodes by character. So that will be very fun for you. And we haven't given a lot of details about the characters. Do you have your favorite characters here? Well, I'm trying to identify. Well, guess which one is my favorite character. That sounds interesting. So, but actually, we will reveal more. Then the main story again is going to change every week. So every week you can play the continuous part of the main story, and you can also move to a new field. You encounter with new enemies, new rewards, and the new friends. And you also talked about SD characters. Tell us more about SD characters, Fuji-san. Well, not just with text. We use the expressions, the depiction of the characters are also based on the movement of the characters. So not only the movements, depending on where they stand, what is the facial expression and the camera work, we try to maximize the attractiveness of characters. And the SD characters, they're quite high as well. And there are cute ones, there are handsome ones, depending on the scenes, and if it's a cool scene or a serious scene, we use different characters. And gaming is a rule. And this kind of mobile game, it is very easy to play for people who are already working, because they can play at their own pace. They don't need to coordinate it with friends. So I want to ask about comments from our guests. We were talking about SD characters, and my character Fujo is there as well. And other characters are also very outstanding and unique. And there are so many characters, but each one is unique. The character designs are remarkable. How about you? Well, I think it doesn't matter where they stand, right? Because I was told that I was playing one of the main characters, but looking at all the characters here, each one is special. And I want to know about each one of the characters. There is still a lot to explore. Well, same here. Well, to be honest, this is a company that made RPG Time. The most important part hasn't come out yet. So that was about the 3 keywords. And more importantly is game footage.
So once you see the game video, you can identify the critical factor. So let's see that. Promotion video clip first release. So honestly, the video was streamed in the booth, and Fuji-san have already prepared for that. So this is a live streaming promotion video clip which is released for the first time in this Tokyo Game Show. Let's see.
やあやあ、遅かったじゃないか。ずっと君を待っていたんだ。世界は今滅びようとしているんだ。さあ、観測を始めよう。選ばれしプレイヤーに結束の加護あれ。
俺思うんだ。この出会いは運命だって。
私はコード LACCA ラッカと呼ばれる機械人です。盛り上がってきたのじゃ。異世界の元魔王なのじゃ。
なんなんだよ、異世界か。僕は小宮春太、またの名を爆笑大統領。
スサノ流17代当主ケンマル、お相手つかまつる。俺は二丁拳銃のコル。さあかかってきな。
僕の名前はウィーブ。気軽に教会ちゃんと呼んでくれたら嬉しいよ。ワールドツーワールド、ここでまた会おう。
That's great. That's very exciting. Yes, it says that this will be released in winter, and more than that, how to play. So I saw these comments because the screen is split into 2, upper and lower. So maybe we have to use the right brain and left brain. I can't imagine, but I'm so excited because this is an unprecedented one. So Fuji-san, the screen is split into 2 and they moving simultaneously. So smartphone screen is vertical, so you can control the upper and also control the lower part at the same time. And when you are controlling the upper, the main character of the upper screen will move, and the same for the lower part. Or you can control one of them slowly, or you can do that at the same time both. So it depends on players. So could you please elaborate on that more? So I'd like to know more details. So World to World consists of 2 screens. So this is a 2-in-1 RPG, which is the largest feature. So let me talk about that more. Smartphone vertical screen is utilized, which means it is split into 2, and also the lower part is the contaminated earth, and you can control the void there, and upper screen is the city in the air, and you can control the machine girl. So you can control them at the same time, and then those 2 characters support each other, or they would identify the difference between them, so you can experience a completely new RPGA through playing the game. And you just said you can control one of them slowly, and also you can control them both together. So when you say the screen, 2 screen, I believe this is the first of its kind in the world. So what is the attractiveness of that, Ji-san? Yes, for 2 screens, I have prepared lots of ideas. For example, of playing, we have a special function called 2-screen correlation gimmick by the development team. For example, if you launch a rocket from the lower screen, and then the rocket would appear in the upper screen, and then it may affect the town and the city. So they can collaborate together, they can support each other. So it seems that they are completely different worlds, however, they are correlated. So from the bottom side, something comes up to the upper screen, but you cannot make a notification in advance. So Anson says it's a simultaneous operation. Is that real? You don't have to do that, but you have to cross the 2 worlds in order to step forward. Yes, in some cases they have to do that. So when do upper and lower part correlate? It's just an experimental phase, but so it's easy to draw a triangle with your left hand, and also it's easy to draw a square with your right hand. However, you cannot do that at the same time. So for example, for the upper screen, you can control it, and you can control the lower part separately. However, if you want to try to do that at the same time, it will be more difficult for you. So that applies to this game. Yes, you are right. It's kind of a training for your brain. And someone said it's impossible. But after some time, everybody would say it's easy. Yes, after some of playing the game. But this function is not a mandatory function. However, you may find this is one of the interesting points for this game. So when I try RPG time, some people may say, what's a fun? But once you try it, you may understand that. And the performance and the capabilities of the game creator of Kenta is great. So Fuji-san adopted this. Is it because you believe you can come up with many ideas into the game with the system? That's right. RPG time is for the pencil and a notebook and a board. That was the base of the creating of the game. And in order to go beyond that, I have come up with this 2-screen idea, and I have developed this idea up until now. And then we believe we can generate the scenarios newly, and also we can renew the gimmicks and any other factors. By the way, the voice actors. So this is the firstly released PV, and what do you think about that? Takeda-san, go ahead, please. So in the world, there are so many games, and yeah, people would say, yes, I know this kind of games. However, now you are trying to create a new one, a completely new one. I really feel that. So I want to try it. So without doing that, maybe you don't understand. Kajimura-san, how about you? So it's not the social game, which is a new point. So playing on myself is the way I like. So in a short time or just during transportation, I can play the game. Or now, sometimes I feel I want to play the game now. So in this case, I can use this game. Yes, I can choose a time when I do the game, and also we can use the two screens. And then how to play the game is different by user, and also maybe at some time someone who can play the two screens very nicely will come up in the future. I want to see that as well. And also Kopura-san says, so we were just talking about the DS. DS had two screens. However, the control system is only one. So in this case, if you are controlling the lower part, you cannot control the upper part at the same time. However, in this game, you can do that. So Fujii-san wanted to overcome the smartphone functions, right? Yes, so because it's smartphone has a vertical screen, so I was just wondering if we can add another screen on top of that. So RPG, so you can play at any time, and also you can take this advantage for that. So there are lots of discussions and communication for this promotion video release for the first time. And next, I'd like to move on to the next.
Next is about the world view and the characters of the game. As you saw in the keyword parts, there are 3 worlds set, but the 3 worlds are divided into 2, so we have 6 protagonists. So with that in mind, let us introduce the characters. Please look at the slide. Fujii-san, so this is the world of machine and the human beings, and there are misunderstanding between the 2 sides, and the machine, the young girl, the robot Laka, and the human young boy Fujo are going to work together. So what kind of character is Fujo? Fujo is a machine maniac. He's such a hard worker, and as you can see from the visual, you see that he has some machinery on his arm. So he can use that to do something, and he's very positive, and he thinks that everything is going to be all right. And he's very aspirational, and he's so energetic. And his name is Fujo, and you see the character there. It sounds like float in Japanese. So I don't know if that's the right interpretation of the name, but that's one of the theories. So anyway, there are 2 screens. See, there were a lot of different worlds. So we try to give names that reflect their characters, the features of the characters. And what is the role of Fujo? So Fujo is he's positive and aspirational, and there are a lot of barriers between machines and human beings, and he's going to break all of those barriers. One of his goals is to meet again with the robot Laka, who is above the sky. So he's going to go around the deserted Earth and meet a lot of people and learn a lot of things from them, and to get closer to the sky. So he likes machines. He also likes working. Kashima-san, what do you think? Anything common with you? Yeah, I like machines, and I also like working. But we have a lot of common places. And I also like cameras and cars. So I collect film cameras. I like driving cars as well. In that sense, maybe not gadget, but I do like machines. Well, it's something unique about boys. Boys like machines. Well, yes, not only that, I also like new things, novel things. All right, let's move on to the next world. Next world is the world of fantasy and the reality. So the two worlds are never going to intersect, but Marmamak and Haruta Komiya are the characters for those two worlds. So Marmak is a young female devil at top of the another world and the fantasy world, and she changes her mind and then she becomes a gentle and a pure devil. And usually I'm in the fantasy side. So in the first, because you're the devil queen, you're in the fantasy side. But what happens to Marmak? Well, she's going to go into the modern world. So she's moved to another world. Actually, the reality world is the fantasy world for her. And in that world, she's going to be interested in the primary industry. Like she will be interested in beekeeping or milking the cows, or use the milk to make cheese and make a pizza to give it to old people who've never eaten pizza before. And she's going to revitalize local regions. So that sounds interesting. And in PV, I saw Haruta, the character Haruta. That's also a very unique character, and I think there will be some interesting interactions between those two characters. So, which one do you want to choose, the fantasy world or the reality world? Well, because I'm in the reality world, I'm interested in fantasy world, but I do want to go to a world that is peaceful, but I also want to strengthen my body to fight. So maybe I should become a god so I can be almighty. But the devil is quite close to a god, no? Well, but I think the devil also has a lot of responsibility on her. But I don't want that. So it seems like in your view, the devil has responsibility and a god is irresponsible, actually. But I think it's going to be a very interesting view to see the devil working for a farmer. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Western and Eastern world. So the worlds are divided into West and East, and Gaman and Samurai. Po and Kenmaru are going to be the two characters. So this time it's divided into West and East, like a left and a right. So Ko is going to have a gun and Kenmaru has a sword. They have different weapons, but they share the same goal, which is to become the strongest, the most powerful. So that's like the gunman in Western stories. And then they are going to fight with the samurai in the eastern part of the world. So for boys, which one do you want to choose, a gun or a sword? That's never, I can never choose that. But actually, I like swords better than guns, probably because samurai, because I'm Japanese and because of my Japanese mind. But I thought you grew up overseas. Well, but I never forget Japan. So I think I would choose sword. Well, you know, Japanese people, when they're in other countries, they will rediscover their Japanese identity. So Takeda-san and Kakuma-san, Which one do you like better? Well, I don't think I can fight someone closely or physically, so I would choose a gun. And as a character, I can use a sword, but as a voice actor, it's probably more fun to play with a sword. But if I'm really playing a game, I think I want to use the gun because I want to play with the gun. It might be cute if the character also makes a mistake about how to use the gun from time to time. So there are also characters we haven't introduced, which is the character called Weave. Yes, we have to talk about Weave. She's the key for the story. So Weave, she lives in a crevice, and that's where the players are going to meet her. And Weave, so she lives in crevices of worlds. Yes, so there are 6 worlds, and she is in between the worlds. She's like connecting the worlds. They are divided, but she's kind of in the crevice between 2 worlds or between other worlds. Or she's like the connection between the players and the game worlds. So she's probably the most closest one to the god. Well, just imagine, like she's like the ultimate station in the Tokyo railway network, that she's connecting all the railway lines. Something like that. Well, anyway, she's not in parallel with other worlds, but she's the guide for the players and guide the players into the worlds. You can see there is a zipper on her hair, and you can you see the color used on her costume are also very unique. A zipper is also a symbol to connect to different pieces of things. So she's also a little bit hard to understand. She's a bit mysterious because she has secrets, but she's the key to save the world. And she also has a nickname called Kyokai-chan, means the like Miss Boundary. And Fujisan also has a zipper on his shirt. Well, the line we call boundary that divides 2 worlds, we also call it zipper. So a zipper is going to be a key item. Is that handmade? Yeah, you cannot open it, but you made it. It's original T-shirt for this program. That's impressive. Thank you. So I think Fuji-san, you really like making stuff. And by the way, other than zippers, could you tell us about the role of Weave? So Weave is the connection to save the worlds that are divided and are going to perish, and she's going to help the players to stop the divine. And she's also a Navi character to support the players. She's also good at drawing, so she can use her sketchbook to give you a lot of information, including what the worlds are like. And I feel sympathy with the character. And maybe you can draw, right? So maybe you can draw something for us as well. We really want to see. Yeah, a lot of people comment that you're good at drawing and almost professional. Yes. Please come over and check it out. And we just talked about the characters, and SD characters are also playing an important role in the game. And for the SD characters, we also have a video to show. So from the main scenario, we are going to show you the beginning part of the world of the fantasy and the reality world. This video is still under development, so we just want to give you an idea of the atmosphere. Please enjoy. So this is the beginning part of the fantasy reality world.
So this is a fantasy world where magic and the demons are there. On the right side, you can see our mysterious man, and the devil was knocked down by Yusha. On the other hand, this is a boy, high school student, Haruto, in modern Japan village, and he wants to act as a comedian. However, nobody loves him, so he decided to go to the urban area to challenge the world. However, he encountered an unexpected thing. So it's not familiar to us, but the truck comes up to him, and then like this, the devil and high school boy was sent to a mysterious world. So using animation SD character, to develop the story, and also you can see the facial expression of them, not only the motion. So everything would give energy to the story. And then Megami, goddess, explains this, what happened there. And after the transfer, the actual story begins. And then those two stories started to be connected. This is the two screens for the world 2. The upper part is a fantasy world with a high school student boy. And then on the lower part, you can see the Malmo mark. So currently, we are tapping the lower screen to develop the story. And while doing that, we can stop the upper screen, so you can choose which screen to go, or you can control them both. So before Mark was seen very strong, however, now she has lost his power. So that's the design of those characters. So now I understand that. So just getting down, so rolling down, falling down from the stairs, and then to peaceful, sometimes it's switched. Or if you are hit by a truck, and then you will go to another world. However, in this case, those two issues happen simultaneously. Yes, we cannot see that reality with only with one screen. However, for this game, we can do that. And in this case, Malmo Mark and Haruta were in the two stories, and someone tweeted that I like Malmo Mark. So I suppose you are already involved in the recording slightly? Yes, I have already done the scenario scene. So I think this recording is very limited. However, what's the impression, Kakuma-san? Before, there was no video. We got just the documents, and there are so many illustrations of different versions. And I suppose there are so many issues to be expressed. And then when I saw the scenery, I thought it's a little complicated. So even for a short conversation, it was very exciting. That's what I felt. So Kajiwara-san, what do you think? For my part, I felt a huge energy. So actually, Haruto had the atmosphere of the royal road, and then he started to interact with the other characters, and now the royal road and this special world are now combining together. So people in the world may seem so, and Takeda-san, you are connecting all the worlds. And what do you think about that? So I am always be with the players. So I want to be a character that does not give too much pressure. So I want to be a cute character. However, at the same time, I should have a power like a god. So I thought a lot about that, and in order to act as a character, important character, and also it will be revealed in a weekly magazine style release. Maybe I can explain more because currently I have some secrets. So if you want to play that right now, you have to do that in order to understand what we are talking about now. And then we have our latest information for the Aniplex and this works.
So after this, we will give you more latest information, including World 2. So let me first introduce the already released titles. Please watch this video.
この夏、手作りの壮大な大冒険へ。懐かしくも新しいゲーム体験が君を待っている。さあ、冒険の時間だ。RPG タイムライトの伝説。生き生きと動き出す手書きアニメーションや手作り感あふれるアイテムたち。その作り込みに世界が驚いたインディーゲームがマルチプラットフォームで登場。ゲームクリエイターを志す少年健太くんの想像力が所狭しと溢れ出す。主人公の勇者ライトとなって魔王にさらわれた姫を救い出し、世界に平和を取り戻そう。みんなが楽しめる手作りノートアドベンチャー。健太くんと一緒に手作りの壮大な大冒険へ。 RPG タイムライトの伝説はこの夏発売。
RPG
Time. If you haven't played it, now it's available on PS4 and Steam or Nintendo Switch, right? Very soon. And Fuji-san, what you have now is the limited package for our RPG Time. Well, the package is so cute, and this will be launched next month. Please look forward to it. What is it like inside? So it looks like a box, a toolbox, and there are also a lot of special novelties attached. And for RPG Time, we work with Koro Koro Comic editorial department and the readers. We are developing a new page, and this time for local multiplayer with one Switch, up to 4 people can play at the same time, so it will become like a party game. And stay tuned for more information. And please get latest information from our official SNS accounts. And we also have some campaign and announcement about the World 2 World. So on the official Twitter for World 2, we are doing a campaign for follow and retreat to commemorate this program. And for 7 people with a lottery, we will give presents to 2 viewers who responded to our campaign. And we are going to conduct the first World 2 observation event. Please stay tuned. So that's all for the announcement, and time flies. And Fuji-san, could you give us some final remarks before we close the session? Thank you very much for watching our program to the end. And we are developing new RPG games, and we would like you to stay tuned for more information. Thank you. So this was in collaboration between our Aniplex and the Disco Works. And you can also try to play the games, and the trial version is for free. I think that's an important information you forgot to mention. Well, yes, please try and play our game. So with that, this is the end for the new RPG World 2 World Introduction Program by Aniplex by Disc Works, and this is a special program for the Tokyo Game Show 2022. Thank you very much for your joining. Thank you.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
안녕하세요. 프로젝트문 디렉터 김지훈입니다.
Good evening, I am Kim Ji-hoon, director of Project Moon. This autumn, we are exhibiting at Tokyo Game Show. And thanks to that, we are having so much fun to meet Japanese game fans, and we are honored as well. I am also want to extend my appreciation to all the Project Moon fans watching this program from various locations around the world. This year, all the members of our development team have been working very hard to create an enjoyable game for the launch of Limbus Company, which is our third project. In this program, we are going to give the overview of the core part of Limbus Company. If you get interested in this game, please play Limbus Company, which will be launched in a couple of months. I can imagine you playing this game with joy. I am very much looking forward to it. Let me start the introduction of Limbus Company.
림버스 컴퍼니의 세계관에 대하여
Let me share with you the worldview of Limbus Company.
림버스 컴퍼니는
In Limbus Company, there are 26 areas in a massive city in which you can take on a journey of the story. Among areas, you will see clear differences in climate, topologies, technological developments, and cultures. In each area, there are some characteristics, rules, and taboos coming from the differences. In this game, you will be a manager who handles 12 sinners. You will take them to various places in the massive city and take on a journey to find the golden bow. They have different backgrounds, personalities, behaviors, and values. You will encounter various events and face lots of difficulties. They have their own relationships and stories. You will find out their backgrounds through this journey. As I have mentioned, you will go around the city and find the golden bow. That is the goal of the game. The golden bow in this game means the core technology of Lobotomy Corporation branch. Together with your guys, Virgil and Cullen, you will take a bus to visit Lobotomy Corporation branches at various locations. Lobotomy Corporation was a company to generate a big energy from creature called abnormalities. Due to one event, the company fell, but you still see remains of its branches here and there in the city. The golden bow is hidden somewhere in the ruins of their branches. You have to be careful. There are others who also want to get the golden bow. Abnormalities are still there inside Lobotomy branch. You are going to face mysterious creatures during your quest for the golden bow.
You have to find a way to control glitches, watch out characteristics of each abnormality, and fight together with the sinners. It may be difficult for you to fight against abnormalities who is wandering in the lobotomy branch, and also the enemies were looking for the golden balls with the facing the capabilities of the prisoners. So you can collect the identity from the world, and you can utilize their identities for the better places or better opportunities to fight against the enemy. And in the Robotomy Corporation, there was a technology to extract weapons and armor from the abnormalities, which is EGO, and to reflect the features of abnormalities, you can proceed with the battles using these weapons and armors, and also with the optimal EGO for the prisoners, you can control the enemy more effectively. That's all for the introduction. Next, I'd like to talk about the Battle of Limbus Company and also the contents.
이상이라고. 속이는 이상이요.
파우스트예요. 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 돈키호테일세.
거울 속에는 소리가 없어.
언제가 되면 만족할 수 있을까? 이게 다 무엇이란 말인가?
림버스 컴퍼니에서 하나의 장은
Limbus
여러
Company's
개의 스테이지로
chapter consists of several
구성되어 있습니다.
stages.
입장할 스테이지를 선택하면
So if you choose the stage to
스테이지에 대한
enter,
정보가
the information
출력됩니다.
related to the stage is output.
이곳에서는 스테이지
From here,
이름,
stage
추천 평균
name,
레벨,
recommended
당장
advantage,
적의 정보,
average level,
EX 클리어
and the
조건을
information of
확인할
the
수
enemy
있습니다.
and EX clear conditions can be
스테이지에 입장할
checked.
때는
When you enter the stage,
엔케파인이라는 재화를
you choose the
사용합니다.
currency named Enkefarin.
플레이어는 12명의 인격을
And for players, you have to combine 12 identities according to the condition of the battle, and the number of the participants in the battle is different by stage.
일부 스테이지에서는 전투 시작
And
전후에
once in some
스토리가
of the
진행됩니다.
stages, the story begins just after the start of the battle, and the story menu has a skip button, auto replay, and log check functions.
모든 스토리는
And all the
한국어
stories
풀보이스를
will be
기획하고
delivered
있습니다.
in a Korean full voice.
전투에서는 화면 하단에
In the
있는
battle,
조작 패널을
you
사용합니다.
can use the control panel just below
왼쪽부터
the screen,
오른쪽까지
and from left
스킬
to
아이콘을
right.
차례대로 이으면
If you
전투가
change the
진행됩니다.
skill icons, the battle
스킬
goes
아이콘을
on.
종료 지점까지
And
이으면
if you change the skill icon to the
시작됩니다.
end point, the battle starts.
인격이 사용하는 스킬은
And the
한 개 이상의
skills
코인으로 구성되어
that
있고
the identity
코인이
uses
앞면이냐
consist of more than
뒷면이냐에
one coin,
스킬의
and the
위력과
top side
효과가
or bottom side of the coins would define the power of the skills and
스킬
also the
사용
effectiveness.
직전에
Before using
코인을
the skills,
돌려서
You will do the
위력과
coin
효과의
toss to
판정을 진행합니다.
identify the power and effectiveness and then execute.
일반 전투에서는
In an
스킬
ordinary
아이콘을
battle,
누를 때마다
once
적의
you
스킬
change the skill
슬롯과 배운 뒤에
icons,
앞에서부터
it responds to the
합을
skill slot of
진행합니다.
enemy, and then the match would start from the beginning. Match is the event which may happen when your side or enemy side skill match. And according to the strength and the lack of skills, the match would be decided like win or lose. And if the identity is lost, the skill is cancelled. And the lower part, physical UI, blue square shows the sanity of the identity. According to the sanity level, the probability of the top side coin appears will be changed in the battle. And according to the status of the battle, the sanity of the identity will be changed on a real-time basis, affecting the battle.
When you have the minimum level of sanity, each identity might get panicked or corroded by EGO. There will be negative impact. And when you use a skill of the same color, you get more damage. This is what we called evil resonance. And when there are three skills of same color located each other, damage is much increased. This is what we call complete resonance. And resonance is essential to achieve passive skill of an identity. The revolutionary strategy of Limbus Company is how to utilize resonance. And for each attack, there are three types: flash, penetration, and hit. And one of the effective strategy is to understand the weak points of opponents. When you are damaged and your power is decreased under the yellow line of the gauge, you are in confusion situation. You will be very fragile to all the attacks during the turn, and you cannot do anything. When you proceed one turn, you get arbitrary identity action line on your control panel. When a turn is started, depending on the speed value of each identity, control panel is positioned. Once a turn finishes, your skill icon will be converted to attribute resource. It is essential to use EGO skill. An identity can consume this to use EGO skill he or she has. And this becomes powerful. And it can even flip the battle situation. So with EGO skill, continuing effect of EGO is stimulated and your identity becomes stronger. However, if you use EGO skill when your sanity level is low, your identity might receive negative impact from EGO. So when you are corroded by EGO, you can experience powerful effect, but you cannot control your identity. You have to be careful. When you win a battle, you can get user experience point and identity experience point. When you achieve a target set for each stage EX, you can get additional reward. When you lose a battle, you cannot get user experience point or identity experience point, but you can get
anchoring, but you can learn from tips on the screen. You have to be prepared and try it once again.
료슈, 요로슈쿠?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주겠습니까?
홍루라고 한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
아, 이제 왔나?
고막을 찢을 것만 같은 고성이 귀를 사정없이 때려댄다.
뭐 어디에나 있을 법한 흔한 집안이었죠.
각 장의 마지막에는 스토리 던전이
At the end of
등장합니다.
each chapter, there is Story Dungeon.
스토리 던전은
In
정해진
Story
맵을 탐험하는
Dungeon, you will
방식입니다.
explore a designed map,
관리자님은
and the
던전의
executive
맵을 한
manager will
칸씩
move the
이동하며
dungeon map
각
step by
방의
step
이벤트를
and make a
진행해야
progress
합니다.
in event in each room.
각 방에는 일반 전투,
In each room,
환상체
there are
전투,
events like a
특수
general
선택지 등의
battle,
이벤트가
abnormality
배치되어
battle, and
있습니다.
special options.
스토리 던전은
Story
로그라이트
Dungeon
방식으로
is a
전투 중에
roguelike
손실된
style.
수감자들의
When a
체력,
sinner loses
정신력,
power,
사망 상태가
sanity, or
유지됩니다.
when a sinner is dead during the battle, that condition will
던전
continue.
내부에는 세이브 포인트가
There are
있으며
save points in the dungeon where all the sinners can recover their physical and mental strength.
회복됩니다.
And when all the identities in the battle are dead in the
스토리
dungeon, you can try the battle
전투에
once again with the
참여한 인격이
remaining
모두
identities.
사망하면 남은 인격으로 전투에 재도전할 수 있습니다. 하나 모든
However,
인격이 전투
if all
불능되면
the identities are inactive, you have to
진행해야
start
합니다.
from the save point once again.
던전에서는
In
환상체
dungeon,
전투가
abnormality
새롭게
battle is
추가됩니다.
newly added.
환상체는 일반
Abnormality
전투에서 마주한 적보다
battle
훨씬 더
is much
강력한
stronger.
존재입니다.
Abnormality is much stronger than the enemies you
이
fought
존재들은
in the general
괴물일
battle.
수도,
And
신일
they
수도,
could be
사람일
monsters,
수도,
they could be
아니면
gods,
그 밖에
they could
무한한
be human,
가능성의
or any
어떤 것일 수도
other
있습니다.
something which have unlimited
일반
probabilities.
전투에서
And
인격의
in the
스킬
abnormalities
아이콘들을 차례대로
battle,
이었던 것과는 달리 환상체
you
전투에서는
can change the
인격의 스킬
identity skill
아이콘과
icon of abnormality
환상체의
skills
스킬을
one by one to
하나씩
proceed
연결하며
with the
전투를
battle.
진행합니다. 조작 패널에 있는 스킬 아이콘을
And
환상체
also on
상단에
the
있는
control panel, you can see the
스킬
skill
슬롯에 연결할 수
icon,
있으며
and also you can
조작
connect
패널의
them and you
스킬
can
아이콘이
change them
환상체의
with the
스킬
upper part
슬롯과
of the
모두
abnormalities.
이어지면
And then
전투가
once all
시작됩니다.
the control panel skill icons and abnormality
수많은
skill slots are
환상체들은
changed, the
저마다의
battle starts.
생김새와 능력을
And so many
반영하는
abnormalities
강력한
have
스킬을
strong
보유하고
skills
있습니다.
which represent the appearance and capabilities.
환상체는
Abnormality
한 개
consists
이상의
of more
부위로
than
구성되어
one
있습니다.
part.
부위는 파괴되어
The
사라질 수
parts
있지만
may disappear by
환상체에
destruction.
따라서는
However,
다시
for some
재생될 수
abnormalities, they
있습니다.
can be regenerated.
이와 같은 까닭으로
Because of them,
환상체 전투는
abnormalities
일반
battle
전투에
is
비해 더욱
requiring more
전략적인 선택과
selections, like strategic
요구합니다.
selections and also constellation, compared with the general
환상체
battles.
전투 중에는
During the abnormality battles,
선택지 이벤트가 발생합니다.
rarely the choice events may happen.
선택지에 제시된
In order
질문과
to overcome
해당
the
난관을
questions
헤쳐나가기
presented in the
필요한
choice and
판정이
also to
있습니다.
overcome the difficult points, you have to make a necessary
여러분이 선택한 결과에 따라
judgment. According to
전투에
the
영향을
results
주는
of your
이벤트를
choice, you
경험할 수
may
있을
experience an
것입니다.
event which may affect the battle.
특정 환상체와의 전투
And
이후에는
after the battle with
전리품은
abnormalities,
에고
you can
기프트를
get
얻을 수
the
있습니다.
EGO gift.
에고 기프트는
The
해당
EGO
던전에서만
gift can be
적용되는
used in the
강력한
specified
효과를 주는
dungeons
아이템입니다.
only, and which is an item providing strong effects.
층의 마지막 방을
And then
클리어하면
after
다음
clearing
층으로
the
넘어갑니다.
last room of the layer, you can move on to the next layer.
이러한 방식으로 마지막
Then
층까지 도달하여
reaching the final
황금가지를
layer,
회수하는 것이
you would collect the
스토리
golden
던전의
bow. That's the
목표입니다.
target of the story dungeon.
히스클리프, 사람 박살내는 건 내 전문이지.
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요. 안녕, 로자야.
잘 먹고 잘 사는 놈들은 믿을 게 못 돼.
그 지옥 같은 바다에서 살아남은 건 나뿐이었을까? 모든 게 돈처럼 다시 걷어들일 수 있으면 좋을 텐데.
거울 던전은
Mirror Dungeon is one of the Limbus Company main contents, where you enter one of the world connected by the diversified mirrors and then explore inside.
거울 던전은
Mirror Dungeon is a roguelite method, and through the events and the battles, you would collect EGO gifts and also enhance the personality and EGO, and also establish the strongest sinners, which is different from Story Dungeon. In order to enter the Mirror Dungeon, you need a currency of Enkefrim box, and you can enter there for free once per day. Without using Enkefrim box, you can enjoy Dungeon, which is a different simulation mode, regardless, but although you cannot get the reward. And according to the number of layers you completed exploration for the Mirror Dungeon, you can get the Battle Pass experience value as a reward, and then you can get the bonus experience value so at the specified frequency per week. And when you enter the Mirror Dungeon, the EGO gift will be presented. And then you would choose one of them, and then you can decide the direction of identity and the EGO combination in order to go forward in the dungeon. And there are a variety of EGO gifts in the Mirror Dungeon, and also the effect is different. And if they are combined properly, you can expect a huge synergy. And after selecting the EGO gift, you have to select the 3 sinners to go with you first out of 12.
에고 기프트를 선택한 다음에는 12명의 수감자 중 처음 데려갈 3명을 선택합니다. 남은 9명의 수감자는
Remaining 9 sinners will join depending on the progress of the Miller Dungeon. You can choose identity and EGO, which matches EGO gift effects and directions you choose, and structure your own energy. Rooms and routes in the Miller Dungeon are randomly created when you enter the Miller world for the first time. The battle room in the Miller Dungeon are classified into General Battle, Abnormality Battle, Dangerous Battle, and the Layer Boss, depending on the difficulty and enemies you encounter. In the event room, options are given to you so that you can get EGO gifts or penalties. There are various possibilities. Unlike Story Dungeon, there is no save point in the Mirror Dungeon. You have to be careful with how to manage your power. For identities and EGOs selected in the Miller Dungeon, development stage, which is unique to the Miller Dungeon, is applied instead of already developed level. Sinner's identity and EGO might develop depending on the progress of the Miller Dungeon. Therefore, the characters you have not trained can also be sufficiently utilized in the Miller Dungeon. When you win a battle or have a particular event, you can get EGO gift.
에고 기프트의 효과는 전투에 큰
The
영향을
effects
끼치거나
from EGO
던전
gifts might
진행에
make a
도움을
big
주기도
impact in a battle. It might help the
어려운
progress of dungeon.
전투일수록
The
효과가
more
뛰어난
difficult
에고
a battle
기프트가
is, the higher
보상으로 나올
possibility to
확률이
get better
높습니다.
EGO gift as a reward.
거울 던전을
The
플레이할수록
more you play the Miller
새로운 에고
Dungeon,
기프트가
new EGO
해금됩니다.
gifts are released.
새롭게 해금된 에고 기프트는
With the newly
거울
released
던전
EGO gifts,
진입장에서
you can check
효과를
the
확인할 수
effects
있으며
on the
잠금 상태인
Miller
경우에는
Dungeon window.
해금
When
조건을
they are
확인할
locked,
수
you
있습니다.
can check the condition to release them.
이벤트 방에서는 다양한
There
선택지가
are
제시됩니다.
various options you can take in the
선택에 따라
event room.
거울 던전을
Depending on
진행하는
what you
아군
choose,
수감자들의
sinner
체력을
can recover
회복하거나
to make a progress
새로운
in the
인격과
Miller
에고를
Dungeon,
덱에
or
추가할 수
new
있으며
identities and
또는
EGO
에고
can be
기프트를
added
획득할
to
수
your deck.
있습니다.
You can also get EGO
일부 이벤트
gifts.
방의 경우에는 어떤 종류의
For some
보상을
of the
받을 수
event
있는지
rooms,
미리
you are
알 수
able to
있어
get information
던전
about the
진행
reward
방향을
beforehand.
정할 때
That
유용한
will be
선택을
a
할
good
수
clue to
있습니다.
judge which direction you should go in the
이와 같이
dungeon.
거울 던전은 무작위로
Like
생성되는
this, in the
전투와
Miller
이벤트를
Dungeon, you make a
헤쳐나가며
progress by
진행하게
overcoming
됩니다.
randomly generated battles and events.
거울 던전에서는 수감자들의 체력
It is
상태가
important to
유지되기
remember
때문에
that the sinner's
이를
power
고려하는
is
것이
sustained in the
중요합니다.
Miller Dungeon.
매 층의 마지막 방을 클리어하면
When you clear
더 큰
the last
보상을
room of
위해
each layer,
다음
you
층으로
can
이동하여
either move to the
던전을
next
더
layer for a better
진행할지
reward, or
현재
you can
보상을
end
받고
your challenge
이대로
with the
도전을
current reward.
종료할지 선택할 수 있습니다. 거울 던전은 도전을
In the
종료하는
Miller
시점에서
Dungeon, when you
탐사를 완료한
complete
층에
your
비례하여
challenge, you can get
보상을
reward
획득할
which
수
is
있습니다.
proportional to the layer you complete.
거울 던전의 보상은
You get
배틀
reward
패스
of dungeon
경험치로
and battle
지급됩니다.
pass experience.
일주일에 5회 한정으로
You
클리어
can
시
receive additional
배틀
battle pass
패스
experience
경험치를
points only
추가로
5 times in a
획득할 수
week
있습니다.
when you clear.
이상으로 림버스
That
컴퍼니의
was
시스템
about
소개를
how Limbus company
마치겠습니다.
system works.
싱클레어라고 해요.
오티스입니다.
그레고르다.
내가 어떻게 해야 했던 거야?
이 길의 시작은 분명 여행이었다.
그 풍경인가?
이번에는 림버스 컴퍼니의 비즈니스 모델에 대해
Now let me
설명을
explain the
드리겠습니다.
business model of Limbus
림버스
company.
컴퍼니의 대표적인 비즈니스 모델에는
As
뽑기와
representative
배틀
business
패스가
models of
있습니다.
Limbus company,
첫
we have
번째로
lottery and
뽑기에
battle
대해
pass.
설명을
First of
드리겠습니다.
all, let me talk about lottery.
뽑기는 유료 재화인 광피를
You can
사용하여
get
인격을
identity
획득할
by
수 있는
using
시스템입니다.
insanity, which is a paid
뽑기
currency for
중에는
this
이미
game.
보유한 인격을 중복으로
When you get an
획득한다면
identity
희귀금에
you already
비례하여
have, you
각
can get a
캐릭터의
piece of
인격
identity
파편을
of
얻을 수
each
있습니다.
character depending on its
인격 파편을
rarity.
모아 인격을
You
제작할
can
수
collect a
있습니다.
piece of identity to create an identity.
두 번째로 배틀 패스에
Next,
대해
let me talk
설명을
about the
드리겠습니다.
battle pass.
배틀 패스는 정해진 기간 동안 게임
So,
플레이
for a
진행도에 따라
specified
보상을
time,
획득할 수
you can
있는
get the
시스템입니다.
reward according to the progress of the
여러분은
gameplay.
미션을
And if you
완료하거나
complete the
거울
mission
던전을
or if
진행하며
you
패스 레벨을 올릴 수
complete the
있습니다.
mirror dungeon, you can
배틀
increase the
패스에서는
pass level.
다양한 보상을
And from
획득할
the
수
battle
있으며
pass, you
가장
can
주요한
get a
보상으로는
variety
수감자가
of
장착할 수
rewards.
있는
And the
에고가
highest
있습니다.
reward is the EGO, which can be
배틀 패스의
installed
보상은
by the
기본
sinner.
패스
And the
보상과
reward of battle
프리미엄
pass
패스 보상이
is a
있습니다.
basic pass reward and a
꾸준한 게임
premium
플레이를
Pass reward. So if you continue your games diligently, you can get the in-game rewards like EGO and or you can buy them, and the premium pass is released, and then you can get the additional EGO and more in-game currencies. And through the battle pass, the rewards are like this. For basic pass rewards, you can get the Insanity and Hurricane box, and also experience ticket and core in-game currencies. And also you can get EGO related with the main stories for each season. And for the premium pass rewards, you can get the level up ticket or identity piece or battle announcer and additional egos. And also the battle pass is operated by the season, and in the next season, the existing battle pass is end and the next battle pass and EGO would appear. In a specified season, the EGO, if you cannot get the EGO, after 2 seasons, after the release, you can remake the piece of identity. For each season, the main contents and main story will be updated, and in a 3 months to 4 months cycle, it will be updated. For each season, you can get the new EGO together with a new battle pass. And when the season finished, you can carry over the previous sanity and also the identity. When the season ends, you can carry over the piece of identity piece which was from the former season. And this is to carry over the resources which are used as a ceiling of the game of existing collecting time. If you want to create a new season identity as soon as possible, you can choose that one. And also, if you pursue the effective direction, you can create the identity and EGO before starting the new season. And also, in addition to them, you have the monthly fixed payment system to provide the currency for the game periodically. However, you don't have to pay for that in order to enjoy the game. And also, Battle Announcer is a system to add the announcer character and its lines. In addition to the battle pass, you can purchase the battle announcer with the paid money. In a nutshell, the major business model is lottery and premium battle pass. And also supplemental business model is a recovery of stamina and monthly fixed payment package and battle announcer and sales. That's how we're going to operate Limbus Company.
지금까지 제약분명 잔혹 RPG 림버스 컴퍼니에 대한 소개였습니다. 림버스 컴퍼니는
So that's for our company business. Our Limbus Company will be launched in second half of 2022. So let's stay tuned to enjoy the games, and also according to the schedule, we're going to do our best to provide the game to you. Thank you very much for your support as before. Thank you.